Hey crew, it's Pitt, and I'm back on another reaction video. Today we're going to be checking out another one by Payday Monsanto. I'm not sure how to say this, but it is Itanimulli. Itanimulli. Let's dig in and see what's up.
Globalists have got the power.
What?
The globalists have got the power.
They do indeed.
They do.
But we have the power too. Like, you have the power to not comply.
Yeah.
I'm going to try, Alyssa, to keep this YouTube friendly. I will not make promises because I like being able to talk on these issues. I will endeavor to keep it YouTube friendly.
You're hinting around at is that the political Zionists absolutely, totally control the presidency in Washington.
See, this I've talked before, and I will absolutely talk again, that if you are blaming a single group for what is going on, you are doing it wrong. The Zionists are not the problem. They are part of it. There is absolutely a faction of that is a problem. It is not the entirety of it, and to assume so is bad. And they do not make up all of it. They don't. Now, if you are really interested in some stuff, you should check out my Bible playlist, because I'm breaking down the Bible in a very real way and showing a lot of the things that we have been taught that are not really what it even says. And so there's a whole rabbit hole to go down about the very religion itself. But that includes all three of them that were based off of Adam and Eve. Right? So when I say that they are all broken, I mean that. Like, it went wrong at Abraham, and everything past Abraham went in the wrong direction. So there is definitely a faction of those people, but never say that it is all of them.
It's even difficult to talk about it.
And that they have the absolute control, because it's not just them. There are other players who are equally important.
On this show.
Because
And I can't even say who they are. I'm trying to keep this on.
it doesn't even do any good. I mean, it's just.
Oh God, there's AJ.
Shut up, bitch!
They are going to release a bioweapon that is going to kill almost everybody. Now,
Bruh, you trying to get me banned? No, listen, I see how.
I'm going to explain something to you. This is guaranteed.
I think your mentality has done a 180-degree flip. I think you like to get tied up and lashed with a whip. Strung upside down, a jack for your shit, covered in feces with thumbtacks in your lip. That's what you get when you fuck with the king. Making the wrong move and get you stuck in the bing. God bless America's a song you should sing. You're dealing with child molesters in the pedophile ring. Everything's under heavy control, from your puppet president to your petty patrol. When they protect the infrastructure, they'll be ready to roll. Fuck a mortgage foreclosure, they will levy your soul.
Yes, indeed, that's coming, y'all. Y'all ready for that? Are you ready for the resistance on that? Because they're not done with this whole situation yet. This whole situation did not resolve last year. It's coming back, and we have a whole nother cycle of selection coming that they're going to bring it back for. So be prepared for resistance this time.
Communication giants are spying on you from Venus, and you think it's coincidental they own all the arenas. To know that
What? The arenas are to keep you distracted. Bread and circuses, babe.
giants are spying on you from Venus, and you think it's coincidental they own all the arenas. To know the outcome, it doesn't require genius. Verizon wireless services are interlinked with FEMA's.
All right, now, I'm seeing, well, I didn't see what the date said. I'll check it out after. Like, if this was in 2011, that's a whole different spin on it than if it was in 2021, right?
No, this is the real radio show, punk. Fuck you.
I just got that was Illuminati backwards.
Bubblegum truth hop. I got Veritas on my side in the end, my friend. What do you got? Probably mercury-free flu shots. You ain't touching.
No, you don't.
In the end, my friend, what do you got? Probably mercury-free flu shots. You ain't touching this without oven mitts. It is too hot. You have blown up in the patriot community, and it seems you've shown up with immunity. At the gun rally in Austin, what you said the Blyche wasn't nice in your liar suit flossing.
Wait, what?
At the gun rally in Austin, what you said the Blyche wasn't nice in your liar suit flossing.
All right, now what is this?
If I see you in New York, I hope you say something.
Who are they talking about? The rally in Austin. Who's he talking about?
And it seems you've
That can't be AJ.
shown up with immunity. At the gun rally in Austin, what you said the Blyche wasn't nice in your liar suit flossing.
All right, I want to know what that is. Y'all let me know in the comments what he's referring to right there.
If I see you in New York, I hope you say something. I'm not Mike from ProThink. I will spray something. You're a fraud and you can no longer mask that. You can get your bullhorn and your ass cracked. You're the chosen shepherd and deceiver, $1 million patriot to make them all believers. The new world order star wide receiver, or just the ultimate fall guy like Coach Seaver.
All right, so is he saying that AJ is an under? Is he saying he's on the backside? Because your boy is taking an awful lot of flack for being on the backside. Like, if he was being, like, if he would have just disappeared after this situation, that would be one thing. But the way that he's handling it, and the fact that it is hammering him so hard, really makes, like, I used to think that maybe he was, because he's very hyperbolic and he likes to exaggerate to too much of a degree. But yeah, I used to think that maybe he was a plant, but now I'm not sure, because what they're doing to him, like, he's on the forefront of everything happening to us. And this fight that he just lost is a major one. Like, we should have been out there protesting in the streets behind the AJ decision.
Shut up!
But the system's only set up for white folks, right? So I had somebody in my comments today, bro. And them Tupac videos just bring out the racist like it ain't nothing. They do want you back in bondage. And that's everybody. If you were unaware, prior to 1776, everybody on the planet belonged to somebody else.
Go home and kill yourself!
I'm telling you right now.
Like, freedom didn't exist elsewhere. It didn't. And you can look back through history all the way to where we started history. And yeah, you had people that lived on the fringes that were pretty autonomous, but let somebody show up. Like, there was no freedom. Like, there was no freedom until now. And it took us 100 years to figure out that we had to extend that freedom to more people. And then another 60 years to figure out we had to extend it a little bit more. But I think we're about done extending it. And, like, that's not a bad thing. You are free to have offensive thoughts. You are free to express those offensive thoughts. I encourage you to do so, simply so that I know not to mess with you. If you are a racist, I don't want no time with you. We don't have no conversation to have unless you want to know why you're wrong. Right? Because we can talk about how God created everybody. Every single person on the planet was created by God. Every one of them. They are all his children. Every one of them. And he wants every single one of them to come to him.
Most people listening to my voice right now are going to be killed by the eugenicist within the next decade. We are all dead.
I need to know the time. Because what happened could do exactly what he said. I have TED Talks on my alternatives. Like, I covered the science, people. I know most people don't go to the alternatives, but BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey. I have videos that are all labeled, wait, what did so-and-so say? And I go to the TED Talks where they tell you about the technology they are using and what it's capable of. And we have not seen it happen yet. Like, we've seen some very minute effects from that issue. We have not seen any of them yet. So I am largely convinced that that was fake to start with, just to get people complacent, and that they were going to boost her up.
You are not permitted to say the J word unless you want to die today. You could fly away like a jaybird. Your movements been
J-word. I don't even know that one.
infiltrated on every level.
Oh, yeah, dude. Because you're one of those people, right? Like, that right there is racism. That's racism. It is. Judging a group of people based upon any immutable characteristics is racism. It doesn't matter if there's systems of power or oppression. That's dumb. That's not true. Judging someone by the color of their skin or their genitalia or any immutable factor in their life, who they were born as, is dumb.
Alex Jones has signed a contract with
And that in particular is racism. Right? You're particularly singling out a race to be racist against.
the devil.
And if I get banned off of YouTube for that, then oh well.
I have talked to several people who worked with them. They walked away in disgust, letting the dirt hit them. The legitimate truth seeker has been marginalized by...
Like I know some dirty ones too, but I know dirty not of that particular denomination, right? I know people who are definitely not of that denomination, who are just as dirty, on just the same levels.
Self-censoring buffoons with stars in their eyes. It should not be that large a surprise when he tries to make Arabs a formidable villain. That is when I rip off the disguise.
Yeah, their whole religion's based on a lot too, so you can dive into Genesis if you want to find out about that.
That is what you can get with 2.3 trillion. The Church of Jonestein does attract believers. They are chasing their tail just like happy retrievers. Alex Jones is a pussy, no doubt. I never heard the words Dov Zakim come out his mouth.
I don't know what a Dov Zakim is, but okay, so he is talking about AJ. I guess by that measure, I am too, right? I guess by this measure, I'm on the other side too, because I'm trying to bring truth out there. Like I don't want to defend him, but he has been right more than often than not. And I don't know the specific thing in Austin, but you're probably just a little bit butthurt behind something that didn't really make a difference. That seems to happen a good bit. And I just piss some people off, but that's okay. That's kind of what I do. I don't mind pissing people off. Ain't none of them gonna pop. And if you do, God got me. Like, I don't have to threaten to shoot nobody.
They are going to kill most of the world's population. The helicopters will fly over, the jets will fly over at 2,000 feet. They'll hit us, and within days,
Leave me alone, you idiot.
we're all going to be dead.
I'll smash your teeth in, whore.
And see, here's the thing. You might not believe that, but that is entirely possible. Entirely possible. And people are like, oh, that's a conspiracy. Conspiracy is a word they made up to make you dismiss things. Not every conspiracy is true, but a lot of them have proven to be. Bluebeam, HARP, those are real. DEWs, that's real. These things, just because they're labeled a conspiracy, does not mean they're not real. It is very difficult to find something that Alex Jones has been wrong on. And I didn't mean to say his name, but yes, he is hyperbolic, but he's not factually incorrect. Like the whole frog situation, that was real. People make fun of him, but that was from a scientific report. That was real. And people are like, oh, listen to this. That literally happened. Those are the same things they're putting in your food. What do you think's happening to this whole generation that can't decide what they are? Where do you think that's coming from? Do you think that they're not doing that? Now, I don't get into the whole contrails taking over the whole sky thing. That's hyperbole. There are tests for climatic change. They're doing that. That is something they freely admit to. And so it's not a conspiracy, but if you say it, they say it is. Conspiracy is what they tell you to keep you quiet so that you don't go out and say, no, this is real. All right, let's finish.
Just destroying the Republic. Hollywood is owned by the Arabs.
Bye. Love you.
Is that what he said? Is that what was at the gun rally? Because that's not true any more than the other people are, right? There's a whole let's blame somebody else mentality that we've got in this entire country. And that goes for everybody, not literally everybody, but all the groups. People with my skin tone want to blame people with a darker skin tone, and people with a darker skin tone want to blame people with either a lighter or darker skin tone, and the people with the darkest skin tones blame the people with the lightest skin tones. That's dumb. That's not your race. It was. There was a period. That is, I'm not going to deny that racism even exists today. It does, but it's not systemic. You're a dumbass. It's not systemic when the same laws work on everybody. There is nobody saying it's okay to not hire black people. It's not. That's literally against the law. The system literally doesn't allow that. That is the opposite of systemic racism. And if you can't understand that, I don't know that there's a whole lot of hope, because it is what it is, right? If we don't get past this point of melanation, and the fact that God created every single one of us is a big deal. Like, God didn't just create the one group. They like to think that, but that's not true. You can read the book and see that's not true. I did it. It's in there. And so these other peoples are real. These other people who survived the disasters are real. And there's a whole conspiracy that is real behind where that comes from. There is that. But it is not a whole group of people, and it is not because they are those people. Racism is bad in every single form. If you deny that you have, like, if you make a judgment based on somebody's melanin level, it doesn't matter what the judgment is. You're a racist. It doesn't matter what your melanin level is. You're a racist. Period. The end. We have to quit giving time to these dumb ideas. This got me talking. I always love a good talk, but like, I really do want to know the whole thing with AJ. Like, I want to know specifically what he said that would make him okay to get splatted, right? I want to know that, because I've never heard AJ say anything even remotely resembling. Like, some of these people get out here and they do the dog whistle thing. Like, what's his name? The red elephant guy. Like, he's constantly with the whistles. And his people know that. That's a whole subset of racist right there. And to not call that out is bad. If AJ has done that, and like, I want to know, because I don't have time for racist. And I defend AJ more than I would like to, because he is hyperbolic. And I'm not a fan of that. But if I'm defending somebody who's a racist, I want to stop. So give me evidence and I will. Period. The end. I appreciate the song. I always appreciate new knowledge. There wasn't a whole lot of new knowledge in here, but there was plenty to talk about. To the crew, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me, and I am praying for you every single day. Until next time, I love you. You're perfect, whole, and complete just the way that you are. And this has been Pittstake. Peace.